Hi and welcome to Vowels counter tutorial. This tutorial is actually at a request of one of my viewers out there who would like me to develop a GUI system, a counter that will just count the vowels in any word. So let me reset this and let's enter whatever it is. So I'm just going to enter, let's say Q80. If you see that, there we go. You can tell there's just one vowel there. Okay, supposing we say Apple Parker, and let's see how many we can find in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. Okay, so we can even reset and let's enter maybe some other here. Let's see how many we have. We should have 2 there. There we go. 1, 2, ask me. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we put one of these together. Okay, let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome back to Python tutorial of a vowel counter, which is as a request of one of my viewers out there. So let me just show you his emails. There we go. Please can you help me with GUI vowel counter? So he also wanted for me to implement the for loop with it as well. So what I'm going to do now is just to create a new one and you guys see how it was put together, and hopefully I should be able to meet his request. And there we go, guys. So the first thing I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to call the following ticking time, and let's import it all by adding a star. And the next thing we want to do is I'm going to import the message library as well. There we go. Yeah, and I will then create a class. This class I will just call it Vowels. There we go. Enter column in there. Now I'm going to define and initialize my system. Let's say initialize as follows. That's going to be self, comma, root, and enter a column in there. So let's define what I'm going to have inside my root. So the root is going to be equals to root itself. That will be the name. And let's say sep.root. We'll use that to give it a name. .text dot title. I'll just call that Vowels counter system. Okay, now let's define our geometry. So the geometry will be the size of the whole system that I'm working on. So I'm going to say that would be about 590 by 700 plus 0 plus 0. That would be for the coordinate. Okay, that's that done. So I'm going to now say self.configure just for the back color or background color. I can just make that black anyway. You guys might not be able to see that, but I just make it black. All done. Okay, now I'm going to declare the following variables. Enter word or equals string variable. I will also declare another one that's going to be number of vowels equals strings as well. Strings variable, right? and I'm going to declare, let's say n is going to be my counter. That's going to be an integer variable. Okay, before I continue, I'm going to run this up here. There. Alright, so I can even save it now before I create my frame. So let me just save it. Save as. There we go. Just give it this name. Yeah, vowel. Let's say vowel YouTube 2 underscore 2. There we go. Save. Alright, now let's run it since I have rendered it up here. So I'm just gonna come in here, run. It's just gonna be a bit okay, that's it, just a black frame. So now the next thing I want to do is I'm gonna create a frame in there. Let's break that and just enter frame here, and the very first one I'm going to call that main frame equals frame, and that is going to be right inside self.root. Paste that there, and the main frame, let's say mainframe dot grid, and that will be there. Okay, now inside the mainframe I'm going to enter a top frame in there. Let me just copy this and just change it around to speed up the whole process. Okay guys, I've just finished the design of my frames. This is how it's going to look like, so have a good look at it. So that's going to be the main frame. This very frame, that will be for my headings, and this will be for some text widget and so on, and there are some other frames. Why this one that I have in here will just be for the buttons. So if I come in here, run this program, this is what you guys will see so far. There, that's how it looks. Okay, now let's close. Now the next thing I want to do is, you see right underneath here, I'm going to create a label widget. That's a self.lbl title, and that is going to be a label, and this very label I'm going to add it into the frame called top, comma, and the font equals, let's go for area, there we go, and comma, I'm going to make that 40, and let's make it bold. There, close that. I will add a bit of padding to it, and I'm going to just go for about 74, comma, and the text content that I want on it is going to be Vowels counter. Right, close that. Now let's say self.lbl title, and it's going to be dot grid. So let's just get it in here. Alright, I'm going to run it now. Let's run, save, and let's see how it's gonna look like. Yeah, that's it. That is done. If you guys notice, I also have labels on these inner frames, and those type of frames are called label frame. There they are, one, and here is another one. Okay, now that the frames are sorted, I think the first thing would be to create as follows the following widgets before we start work with the function. So that is going to be for my the label on the text widget. So if I save these, let's save that and you guys see what I'm talking about. There we go. That's the first one. I'm going to need another one right underneath, so I'm going to copy this as well. Just paste it right underneath and change it around. There we go. And here we now have this row will be, that will be 1, and this will be 1 as well. I'm going to change this anyway, so let's run it and see. There we go. So let's change the text content we have in there. So this is how it looks like now. Just change the whole name and so on. Maybe I should want to put a line through it. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So let's run it and you guys see what I'm talking about. Right, you enter the data in here and you get a number in here, and here I need a text widget. Why my buttons will be here. So let's come right down here, add the text widget here, and right underneath will be a button. So come right here and there will be a button. Close that up, and right here I have my text widget. So let's just enter text widget here, text, right, and here this will be for the numbers. Okay, that's it, display number. All right, enter word or words. Okay, let's run it and see how it's going to look like now. There guys, it's now taking shape. Right, that's the text widgets. The text widget will also be used as a display anyway, so let's close that. Now one thing I like to do is let's reduce the size of this text widget to about 8, and I'll come right here, just run it and see. Okay, that's much better. Close this. Now here I'm going to create my button. No buttons there. And right here guys are my buttons. Take a good look at them. Okay, those are the names of the button for each button, and that's the widget itself. And here are the properties for these buttons, and that's the text I want on that very button. This is for my reset and this is for exit. Just 3 buttons. So if I run it now, and those buttons, as you can see, they are inside button frame. Okay, let's run it. Come up here and just run it, and you see, there we go. They do nothing right now. Alright, let's take care of this first, this very one. And right underneath here, right here, I'm going to declare the following function. Okay, that is going to be for my exit, and right underneath here I'm going to create another method or another function, if you want to call it function or method. And so that's going to be reset. For the reset, I just need to reset all of these components that I have in here. Okay, just set the value to null. Just set equals there. Now repeat the same thing for this. Copy that again, and does set to be nothing as well. And finally, I would also like to clear the text widget as well. That's it. So if I run that now, this is how it's going to look like. But we need to indent this and enter a column here. So let's get this one indented. Hold on to your control, and there we go. is indented. So let's run it and see. But nothing is going to happen because I haven't attached them to the button. So let's copy exit. I'm going to come right down here inside the button of exit, and right here enter a comma and say command equals exit, and the other one is going to be command equals, this one equals reset. There. Now let's run and save. Okay, I can exit. No, I don't want to exit. Let's try out and just clear. There we go, the clear works, and this we just need to take care of that. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. We're almost done now. So let's come up here now. I'm now going to create a function, and I'll call that function, I'll call this function count verbs. There, column. So I'm now going to say self.txt count verbs, because I want all this data in there. Okay. Alright, let's just say delete clear whatever am I having there, and paste that here. Then I'm going to declare s. Let's say s, a local variable, equals enter. So whatever we enter inside the text box will be added to s equals 0. Now you see this variable here, that is going to be this very one, this text box here, this very text box here. There we go, look at it. Alright, and the second one is for this. Okay, so let's go back up here. Now I'm going to use for loop. For, let's say letter in s, enter a column there, and let's go for self dots counter. I would like it to insert as follow: self dots count verbs dot insert and comma letter. So whatever letter entered, I would like it to be displayed in there, plus let it add it vertically. Now text underscore input that is equals letter. Okay, let's close that up. I'm now going to use an if statement to check whatever letter is entered. If letter equals, because we are comparing whatever letter we have in there, equals a. Remember, the vowels, it's always a, e, I, O, U. So that's the very first one. Or let's copy this and just enter or here, and I'm going to change this to E, and let's go for 2 uppercase as well. Those are lowercase. Or A as uppercase and E as uppercase as well. There we go. I'm going to enter a column there, and I want you to count n equals n plus 1. That's the very first one. The second one is going to be else if, yeah, all this letter if is equals to as follows. Let me just copy all of that and paste it here. Let's say I O. That's an O, and here will be a U. U, and the I can also, supposing it's uppercase I, uppercase O and U, copy those, paste them in here, uppercase O and uppercase U there. So that's taken care of as well. So in that case we have to add n plus 1 equals n there, n equals n plus 1. So that is fine. Now let's display everything. So right here I'm going to say self dot vowels. Let's insert it, copy that, paste this here, okay, and that'll be end, comma, new line. I think I might need just one new line there. Number of verbs is, okay, space, and I'm just gonna say plus. I will now convert the number to string. Okay, that's the method I'm using for conversion of the letter to string. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Then one other thing I need to do is, you see number, I need to set it to n. Copy that, paste that in here, and just enter n here. There we go. And this, let's get rid of that. I don't want to, just one is enough. Okay, now what is left for me to do is, you see this, I'm now going to call it, I'm going to call it right inside here. Let's copy that and bring it right down here. Let's come to the button. You see this button, I'm going to enter command equals count verbs. There we go. That's all there is to it. Okay guys, I'm going to run it now and let's see how it's going to look like. There we go, look at that. So I'm going to enter whatever in there. So let's say we say the verb itself, and let's count that. And how many do we have? We have 5, and that's it. Okay, we have some data right underneath here. Let's reset. Let's enter something very simple, and let's count that. There we go. That is fine. Because we don't have enough room to see the rest of the data, let's increase this to, let's come in here so that you guys can see all of the data. Let's see, I'm going to make that 10. Where is my text box? Text widget. Let's come back down, just make it. Alright, maybe reduce this to about 14. You guys should be able to see it. So enter some data in here, and we want it to count right there. Okay, let's reduce this to just Paco. Okay, let me see the other data. Here it's there. Alright, it's right there. So I also need to increase this to about 10. Right, try that again. There we go, look at that. And for uppercase, let's try out uppercase. There we go guys, you see that? Before I go, let me show you guys the codes. Take it from the top. Alright, we import as follows: our class name, and that's where we define all our class, and in here method exit, method reset, and here this is the method that actually check these vowels. Okay, A-E-I-O-U, that checks it. Right, and bring it down. Here are my frames up to here, and I now have my widgets here, the two text widgets you saw on top, and this is the text widgets itself. These are two text entering and labels, and right underneath is the buttons, or are the buttons, and here we have where we run it all up. Run it one more time, and we just say, let's say goodbye there. Okay, wrongly spelled. Does it recognize it? Yes, it does. So bye for now, and you all have a nice day now.